Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Springen has springen with our new endeavors. Man's fancy turns to packing soil and laying concrete. I've long ago learned that 'tis not the wizard, or rather, not the wand, but the wizard. Fighting friggin' fucking with that CNC machine working on wood. Still picking the dirty carbohydrate foam out of my teeth. I'm building a concrete slab on the outside of the shop in order to run a CNC router, all the dust and so forth. It's disgusting. But we got a lot of labor to do, and that we got to pack the soil and we got to lay some concrete slab. Aha! Not a problem, but opportunity. He can use tools, divide tools, and with this, granite mountains melt into light dust before him. Nowhere do you find man without tools, for without tools he is nothing, and with tools he is all. Thomas Carlyle, back in the 1800s. Fair bit of hubris mixed in there, but at the same time, you got to have a little bit of stoke. I'd never done this, so it's very likely not going to work. But enthusiasm is 9/10 of the battle, of course, because in theos being God, when you're enthusiastic, you have divinity within you, a spark of divinity. And unfortunately, what I'm finding now, with the summer students coming on, the young apprentice and so forth, they got no fucking stoke at all, and it's really, really sad. I understand not having any stoke because I've been in pain for the past little bit, but I'm coming to the light at the end of the tunnel, and lo and behold, it's not the locomotive coming at me. We are gonna build something cool, put it on the internet. Whether or not it works, this only time will tell. Fella in the comments said I should fix that. Don't shoot on me. A fair point. Fixed it. If you remember this part, partner, you've been around too long. Time to move to greener pastures. Of course, the grass is always greener over the septic tank. My God, I gotta get some earhole pluggers. These grinders, better part of welding, but so obnoxious. You ever get a video you're watching and fella doesn't turn down the volume on his grinder? Yeah! Hat. Use the hot snot gun on this one. Reasons. It's nothing if not expeditious. Also, we got to save a little bit for the, when we get into the promotional materials, you need to stack a dime rainbow Instagram weld for matching up to the heavy metal guitar riff. Welding, concrete, wrenching, butt wiper, stimulated rice wine beverage. Oh yeah, shields down. Not perfectly centered, but we don't want it perfectly centered because we want this to weeble wobble a little bit. Gives you for extra mixage. I will now show you what it takes to become a farm grade welder. Technically speaking, this is the flippy uppy bit. One means go, aught means off, blinking lights in, dials. Just leave it the way you found it and get yourself a good grinder. Oh, fuck yeah, boys. Little silicone carney on there. We kiss of flat black. She's a power fister, door smasher special all week. Sorry, we're out of stock. Do the next guy a solid. Always knock the slag off your noozle. You are now a qualified farm welder. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear a little mouse in the shop. No doubt rooting through my drawers. Can't get her to otherwise. Baby doll, say hello.
Hello. Hello.
No fucking stoke at all. This next step is going to be patently obvious to the most casual of observers, and yet oft neglected. Check the fitment of the shaft before you get out in the field trying to bang it into some scabby hole with the hot breath of management coalescing on your collar. You see, when you weld stuff, it moves all over the place. She got a patina crap in there. We'll just give her a kiss with the machinist's favorite weapon. We're out the doors now. I brought some fancy to-go hole punches. You gotta see that carefully. Thrust and turtle might be listening. This here is a snow bucket, mainly used for garbage. Not too much snow here in the Empire Dirt, being in Canada. And yeah, got no need for pipelines or coal or, I mean, the writing's on the wall. There's not going to be any need for a snow bucket anytime soon, so I'm going to punch a hole right in the side of her. Jesus, this is fucking stupid. Sweating, cursing, groaning, and gagging on my hands and knees. All to avoid asking the missus for the keys to her tractor. Well, of course, I got my own tractor. 1963 Case Widowmaker. Brakes optional.
Makes no sense, Spike.
Hey, get out of there! Hello, tractor. I love it how you tell me how you like it, at the very least. Oh. False alarm. Oh, for frog snacks. Al Gore always sticking his nose where it don't belong, that big old fat hockey stick with the illegal curve. Saving the planet 5 liters of diesel at a time. I love how it's always looking to take a fat rip through the particulate filter just as I get on the J's. Mechanics lip shit. Bigger the gob, the better the job. This is retained not with Allen grub screws, but by a bolt. So we got to make sure that when we're spinning a thing in this, it's the right way so it pushes and not pulls. Reasons. Got my grand marteau here. This got some gravity to her. I might need to reposition that hammer. I like it. Not just because I made it myself, but I think it's pretty damn cool. Problem is, some things are just too cool to sell, you know? You know. Check the fitment of the shaft before you get out in the field. Check the fitment of the shaft. Not really going on, it's kind of bouncing off the periphery, so we're going to take a jack bolt and thread it in there, if we got the clearance to run the interference. And that'll pull us in, hopefully, without mangling up the threads, or mangling up the shaft. Kind of get us started here. It's a dangerous operation, but danger is something. Ain't nothing but a little bulwark. Now that that's over with, we've successfully toasted all the bearings in that motorb. That's okay. We need a crossover relief for a motorb. However, this does not have high inertial load. So we're going to omit the crossover relief, and we're just going to feather the valve so it doesn't spike the pressure when it deadheads and stops everything. You know, it's not spinning a thing in really fast, and there's no big flywheel, no wheel or nothing there, so it ought to be okay. If not, that's why God made hoses. Righto, we got the nozzle on the hose there of dubious provenance, so all hooked up except for the one B port, or actually A port. We're going to run some hydraulic fluid from the tractor through all the lines, purge the schmoo out of it. You'll see very likely some water or crap coming out. Not to worry, it's not going into the overly expensive Dear John filter. Well, it runs like a deer and smells like a John. We're about to find out. Hello, tractor. Sounded like it moved. Anything come out of that hose? Oh yeah. Let's keep her running, eh? There she be, all purged. As an addendum, tools do not float in hydraulic oil. However, they do get well lubricated, and it appears that the mechanic's lipstick does float in hydraulic oil. A little too much in the bucket, I'd say. We're gonna dump some out, add some Portland. Won't be long with seeing this on Tiny Tractor Tummy Time with Tommy Took a Look. 108 must-have upgrades for your tiny tool, tractor. Affiliate link in the doobly-doo. 15% off if you write in my code, shillreviews.com. I think you put another motorb there, one there, counter-rotating, bigger flights. You got yourself a cock for dolly. Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice.